Hello, I'm Greg Markle, Executive Director of Operation Fresh Start, and welcome to day 4 of our 50th anniversary kickoff celebration. So this is day 4 of a 5-day kickoff event of a year-long celebration. And I'd like to thank our lead sponsors, J.H. Findorf and Sons, Channel 3 and Channel 3000, and Second Market Capital. All of which have come together to lead us in putting this whole event on in this virtual world. So thank you for being here. Welcome to our virtual feed, either on YouTube or on Facebook. We will go through our program today, focused on success. That's our theme for today. And in 50 years, we've seen and we've achieved a significant amount of success. So over 8,000 young people have achieved success in attaining a high school diploma, getting a driver's license, going on to college, and or going on to self-sufficiency through employment. We've built over 300 affordable housing units in the community and worked on improving over 100 open spaces and parks in the community. We have touched deeply different members of the community, and they have gone on to build the community from there and be engaged positively in our community in which we live. It's a lot of success, which is wonderful. One question which I'm getting asked more often recently is how are you succeeding now? And we're succeeding. COVID has thrown a wrench in what we do, just like everyone else, but we are succeeding. And I think it's because of a few things. One is we haven't let COVID stop us. Even during the stay-at-home order, we stayed connected with all of our participants virtually and made sure that they had what they need so that they could live through and succeed through that time. But since then, we're largely back to programming as usual. Some programming is virtual, such as our Drive program and our Options program, where we reach out to each young person and talk about the opportunity to complete high school if they haven't completed by age 18. But other programs like our Legacy program, crews are out there building housing and doing major conservation work. And why we've done this is a couple of reasons. One reason is our young people tend to be tactile learners. That's how they learn, that's how they engage. And more importantly, that's how we create a relationship, is by working side by side with them. Our model is based on doing that. Second thing is, I think we've been able to achieve activities in a COVID world better than perhaps some other organizations or companies, because safety is at the heart of everything we do and the first thing we think about with our young people. When you're an organization which gives nail guns and straps a young person into a harness and sends them up on a roof, you're thinking safety first. So a mask, social distancing, those are just additional steps in safety, which we've engaged in. And we've made them our policy and made them important. And staff have been dedicated to making sure that everyone stays safe. At this point, we've had no cases of COVID among staff or participants. Which brings me to the other reason why this is all working, is our participants. Our participants are taking this seriously. These young people who maybe didn't take high school seriously or didn't succeed in some things, they understand risk and danger because oftentimes they're growing up and living in situations which add risk or danger. So you look at their success in staying safe, and then you look at some of what's happening with university students, sort of makes you wonder who the smart kids are. But our young people have really achieved through this and are still succeeding, and that's important as we keep working on this and keep working through COVID. With that, we are, like any operation, we are not able to provide that same safety of a workplace as we once could back in January. So it's really taking staff dedication and determination and just bold grit and belief in our mission to carry us through this. So if you know an Operation Fresh Start person, say thank you, because we are essential for those young people's success, and our staff people are doing the job to help them succeed, not only live, but succeed through this time, which is really impressive. So in 50 years of success, we've faced a number of challenges. This is our latest one, and we'll work through this, and we'll continue to grow programming and help more young people. With your help and with the help of others in the community. One of the groups which has been with us since the beginning is CUNA Mutual Group. They were one of the first funders when our founder, Jack Ostris, had this crazy idea of grabbing some young people and putting them to work doing some construction. He went to CUNA Mutual Group, and CUNA Mutual Group said, you know, that might not be that crazy. Here, let's help support you. Let's help support you financially so that you can get this thing going. So ever since then, we've had a strong partnership with CUNA Mutual Group. And here today, I get to introduce their community relations manager, Sharina Salas, to talk about that partnership. Sharina?
Hi, thank you so much, Greg, for allowing me to come in and represent my organization today. I am really happy to see the continued success of Operation Fresh Start. I mean, 50 years, that is a long time, and that speaks of success in its own right. Our partnership has been great together. It marries nicely along with our three strategic investment areas, one being education, one economic stability, and then the other one emergency aid relief. The programs that you offer for young folks to be able to make a living and get their lives back on track has been phenomenal. It's been nice for us to see that, not only just as a funder, but as a community partner to watch individuals grow and live out their purpose. We really, really thank Operation Fresh Start for asking us to be a part of this initial start that they brought to the community, and then also the continued support. So I can't thank you enough about how you have included us and how you've kept us abreast on everything that's happening. And I'm happy to see some of the things that you have created, such as the homes in the community.
Thank you, Sharina. Thank you for being part of this. And we really do value that partnership with the CUNA Mutual Group and all you do not only for Fresh Start, but for the community in general. So thank you.
Thank you.
So 50 years of success. When we look at success, when we look at our mission, it's to provide youth a path to self-sufficiency. The interesting thing is nothing in our mission is saying that we're building homes for people who need affordable housing. Nothing in our mission is saying that we're building parks, sometimes from the ground up, so that the community in general can access them and have them as an amenity in the community. A couple of years ago, when there was flooding on the east side of Madison, we were the first ones out there sandbagging. And when it came to the weekend and our crews got to get a little break, that's when the National Guard had to come in to take our place. So we have done such an amazing job doing these things, which we consider secondary additions to the community. Now I'd like to show you a video, sort of talking a bit more about our impact on our community.
OFS is a really important asset to Dane County and to the community. We invest in it because it works, because it tackles the core issues that people need to deal with in order to move forward.
We serve a population that really falls through the cracks normally, and we've got a heck of a track record. Hundreds and hundreds of young people would likely been stuck in the rut they were stuck in before they came to OFS. So I don't know of any other organization that is in our wheelhouse, our age bracket, the kind of young people that are, our target audience. We've got so many professionals in our organization, our staff, that knows this population better than anybody.
what's unique about it is people think of OFS as building houses or doing remodeling or doing the projects they're doing. And that is part of what they are. But what those projects are a vehicle for personal growth for the young people. As county executive, I've been in a partnership with Fresh Start for a number of years now with crews that are doing park restoration. We have a lot of beautiful parks, but we have so much, as far as park land that we can't really attend to it all of the time.
Cup plant right here forms a little cup.
So what the community gets from Fresh Start is a lot of work being done in our parks that otherwise wouldn't be. And the young people in Fresh Start get a chance to give back and to work on their skills and to work on moving forward in their lives.
So we serve a population which is 80% people of color, and oftentimes they've gone through a lot of obstacles. We serve people who are impoverished. We serve people who, about 30% of our young people have experienced homelessness or housing insecurity. We help them recognize their strengths. That's a big factor. The other factor is we engage them in community building activities, building affordable housing, building natural areas. And by doing that, it shifts their perspective on their role in the community to one of someone who can give back, who has a positive impact on the community, from a perspective that they didn't have anything to give and that the community was tired or wasn't willing to work with them. Well, thank you. We've seen some great videos over the first 4 days of this series, and I just want to thank our development and communication director or coordinator, Melissa Belling. She's the one who's put all of these together, and she does a masterful job telling the story of our young people. And speaking of our young people and what they've built, literally built in the community, it's important to recognize that that is a strength. That the young people who perhaps may not have succeeded at some things in their life have the ability to build great things, both in themselves and in the community. So if you're walking down the street and you're passing some young people who aren't sure what they're up to or where they're headed next, realize that they have that ability, that hope, and that passion, which can build our community to be a better place. Next, get to introduce Jody Wires, our development director, to talk about this 50th anniversary, what we're trying to do today, this week, as far as a fundraising goal, and the overall $1 million goal for the year-long 50th anniversary. Jody?
Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for joining us. Our week-long video series is quickly coming to a close. We hope you could tune in for our previous days as we talked about opportunity, equity, legacy, and today's success. You can go back to our Facebook page or on YouTube to watch the previous series or just the videos that we featured each day. And again, I want to also thank Melissa for all her work that she's done behind the scenes here. So Thursday's event is Future. It's going to look a little bit different, as we will be hosting a closed event limited to 25 people at Warner Park to comply with public health and Dane County orders. This event, though, will be live streamed, and again, you can watch on YouTube and Facebook so everyone can attend. We will be highlighting future plans and programs for OFS, and the discussion will also include a speaker panel, including Seth Lenz, Executive Director of Workforce Development Board of South Central Wisconsin, Renee Moe, President and CEO of the United Way of Dane County, and Dane County Circuit Judge Everett Mitchell. The live stream starts at noon, and again, Facebook and YouTube to watch. So we are working to raise $50,000 during our kickoff to expand capacity to serve more young people in our community. Please help us in this final push toward $50,000. You guys are really coming on strong. We had 7,000 yesterday. We have 5,000 more to go. And your gift will have double the impact thanks to the generosity of Second Market Capital Economic Opportunity Foundation, who is matching all gifts through September 30th up to $50,000. So you can go to our website to give at operationfreshstart.org.
Thank you, Jody. That was great. And please check out our website. There's a lot of good information there. One of the best things there is the donate button. So please get in on this match. We really want to hit that 50,000 and make that match and kick off our 50th anniversary year the best way possible. So thank you. So we've talked, and the video showed some of the young people, but it also talked about some of the amazing building projects which we've been involved in Dane County. But none of them are as meaningful as, in my mind, the way we help a young person build their future and the transformation which young people make here at the organization. When I look at it, we measure outcomes. We measure high school diplomas. We measure the jobs young people get. We measure if they are able to go on to college. We do all those things just great. In my mind, there's a deeper measurement, a measurement of that growth that young person makes. And I see it when that young person who wouldn't look me in the eye and wouldn't have a conversation in a way that they felt that they valued themselves in the conversation when they started here. If we've done our work and we do our work well, when they're leaving, they'll have a conversation with me. And they'll have a conversation where they feel as if they have value to bring to that conversation. And they feel that I, and I do, should value them. And that's that transformation. So in light of this, to a former graduate, we provide once a year something called a Transformation Award. And this year is extra special because we've actually named the award now over in honor of a former graduate. So it's now the Charles Jackson Award, Charles Jackson Transformation Award. And to introduce that award and introduce the gentleman who's going to be receiving it is our Deputy Director, Brian McMahon. Welcome, Brian.
Thanks, Greg. And good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for carving out time this afternoon to join us. I'm very excited to be able to present today on the Transformation Award. As Greg said, the Transformation Award is at the heart of every program and everything we do. But before I get into the presenting to this year's worthy recipient, I want to take a moment and talk about Charles Jackson, who this award is named after. Charles passed away earlier this summer from a motorcycle accident. Our hearts were broken and we are still healing. Naming the Transformation Award after Charles will forever recognize his legacy and the impact he had on OFS and his community. there's a lot of stories that come to mind when I think of Charles, but a couple rise when I think of this award and what it stands for. Charles faced a lot of challenges in his young life that impacted him. Losing both his parents at a young age and being thrust into the daily struggles of life put Charles in a tough position. When he first interviewed at OFS, he wanted to come to Fresh Start to gain construction experience. But when he heard that a big part of the program is committing to making significant changes in your life, he needed some time to think. He took that time. He tried some things the old way and quickly realized that this is what he needed to do in order to accomplish the goals he had for himself. He came back months later, ready to commit entirely and never look back. Staff here at OFS understand how hard and scary change is for all of us. And we're constantly amazed and proud of the level of courage, hard work, and determination participants in the OFS program put into making these transformative changes in their lives as they prepare for success in their next steps. Charles opened up his life to his supervisor, and they formed really strong relationships with many other staff, and built a reputation of being dependable, skilled, hardworking young man who was compassionate and caring. He cared deeply for his family, friends, and others in the community who were struggling. Even after his time at OFS, as he was building his career as a union carpenter at Findorf, he continued to encourage other young people he met who were struggling to come to OFS, oftentimes coming with them to introduce them to staff and provide a warm handoff to the program. He continued to stay in touch with staff and wanted to give back to his community. The other story I think about of Charles is his ability to set goals and accomplish them no matter what. Charles was determined and headstrong. When he committed and set his mind to something, look out. Charles always had a goal of becoming a union carpenter and never wavered. Charles completed his legacy program, earned his high school diploma and his carpenter pre-apprenticeship, but then wanted to gain a spot on our graduate crew, our advanced construction training crew. However, having a driver's license was a prerequisite. Charles had a significant number of fines to pay off before he was able to be eligible to receive his license, but this did not deter him. He wrote a letter to the judge. He spoke with his supervisor, asking both if he could come in and volunteer at OFS, building affordable housing for his community to pay him off, and he received approval. He volunteered over 250 hours of community service to pay off fines and get his driver's license. This would have deterred a lot of other young people, but not Charles. Charles' commitment and determination to accomplish his goals and doing it with a smile on his face inspired staff and participants alike daily and reminded each of us of what we can accomplish when we have support and set our mind to something. Charles' supervisor at the time, Chris Brown, wrote some words about Charles to share with the OFS community after Charles's passing, and I just want to read the last few sentences. He wrote, "Charles was a model and a hero to dozens of young men around the community. He transcended his time at OFS. Everyone in the community knew Charles and what he stood for. The impact Charles was having in the community around him is undeniable. Scores of young men were coming to OFS with the sole intent on being like Charles. Charles' decisions made him the respected, loved, and admired young man to his family, our organization, and the community of Madison. We shall always remember his infectious smile, his warm heart, and his desire to aspire." So with that background, I am incredibly honored to present the 2020 Charles Jackson Transformation Award to Terrence Adianju. I also had the honor and privilege of knowing Terrence when he was in our program and watching his career flourish in the years after he graduated. So Terrence initially came to OFS in 2005 because he was falling behind in high school due to gang activity. In his youth reflection that he did while his time in the legacy program, he stated his breaking point was losing two role models and elder brothers to the prison system when he was a junior at East High School. It was looking like he was not going to graduate on time, and he was determined to make a change. Terrence states his time at OFS was nothing short of magical, and he instantly felt a sense of community. He slowly befriended other students with similar backgrounds and opened up to the genuine staff that made him feel as though his life really mattered. After Terrence graduated from OFS, he went on to pursue the field of art and design. He says he'll never forget that OFS provided him a grant that bought him his first MacBook when he started the graphic design program at Madison College. After graduating college and pursuing his career, Terrence continued to be engaged at OFS over the years, using and giving back with his talents as a graphic designer. He created the posters for our front lobby of our new building. In January of 2020, when we were looking for a former participant to be on the board of directors, we instantly and unanimously thought of Terrence. He is the first participant to be a member of the OFS board of directors and on the board of directors development committee. Terrence has also helped design our 50th anniversary logo and our OFS team t-shirts, which I see Terrence is wearing. Terrence has worked at Ameriprint Apparel as a senior graphic designer for the last 4 years. Unfortunately, due to COVID, there was limited work coming in, so he was laid off a couple of weeks ago. However, as one door closes, another opens, and Terrence now has the time to pursue his passion of art full time. Terrence was one of the 70 commissioned artists to provide murals for the State Street Business District, and his artwork was highlighted in the latest issue of Madison Magazine. He's an incredibly talented young man. We are so proud of Terrence for his determination, staying the course, and finding a career that feeds his passion and purpose. So with that, I am incredibly honored and proud to say congratulations, Terrence, on the 2020 Charles Jackson Transformation Award.
Wow, this is overwhelming. This is a magical full circle moment for me. Like everything Brian said, when I first came to Operation Fresh Start, I lost my two role models, my brother to the prison system, and I didn't know who I was, and I didn't have any sense of belonging. And Operation Fresh Start provided that. It gave me the voice I needed it gave me the belief I didn't have in myself, the tools to empower myself and my community, which I plan to do moving forward with art and just raising money and giving to the community as much as possible. So thank you to the staff, the board, for just giving your energy and your love every day. It matters. I'm a product of it, and this is one of the best moments of my life right here. This is there's not really any words for it. This is what it's about. So I just want to say thank you guys, and I love you.
Thank you, Terrence. Thanks for the kind words and congratulations. You're an amazing role model for many and really an inspiration for me and I think others here. So thank you.
Thank you.
And a good board member.
Thank you.
That's good.
Yes, thank you for your leadership on our board of directors.
Absolutely.
I look forward to working with you in this new way.
Absolutely, it's been an honor.
Yeah. So, wow, what a great story. The transformations, the lifetime transformations is what makes this place special. We're able to help young people build a totally new future at a point in life when they can do that transformation point in life. So it's really special. So please try to give if you can to help keep us going and help us be able to help more young people so that 20 years from now, there'll be another Terrence telling his story at one of these events. So as Jody said earlier, tomorrow it's a little bit different event. You can still engage via YouTube or Facebook, but it's going to be a live speaker panel with Seth Lentz from the Workforce Development Board, Renee Moe from the United Way, and the Honorable Everett Mitchell, Dane County Judge, joining us for a little panel. And tomorrow we're talking about future. So where we are now and where we're going as an organization, and how we can continue our focus and even increase our impact, as there are more than 4,000 disconnected youth in Dane County. And those are the folks that need us, and every day we try to help that much more, build the potential for those young people. So thanks again to all our sponsors, and thank you for being part of this. And OperationFreshStart.org is where you can make a donation. Thank you. Have a good day. We'll see you tomorrow.